Hi, Sharon Diehl here. I'm a neuroendocrine carcinoma patient with stage 4 incurable cancer, and I'm here to prove to society and myself that there's life and joy beyond the diagnosis. I got up early this morning because I had a doctor's appointment on Zoom. Found it interesting that I'm more proficient at Zoom than the doctor was. Probably because I've been doing meetings on Zoom with some of the 12-step women that I've been doing book studies with for a year or so. We've been doing 12-step meetings on Zoom now for a couple of weeks, and the medical profession is just getting around to it. I had my survivors group today, and I called in and I tried to get on Zoom and it wouldn't let me in. There was an extra digit on the number because it was a phone number and it was a conference call. How old school was that? I didn't even get to see anybody's faces. But I did get in on the call, and we did talk for an hour, and it was nice that she said next week we're probably going to be on Zoom. I'm glad that they're getting with the program. I like to be able to see the faces. I like to be able to do FaceTime with my daughters, my granddaughter. I like doing the 12-step meetings. I'm really enjoying doing a 12-step meeting in Germany with one of my girlfriends. I'm enjoying doing 12-step meetings with groups from Atlanta as well as Orlando. And it's interesting that I've been doing more meetings since we've been in quarantine than I was before, probably because I can get on any time of day. There are meetings now round the clock for people in recovery. I can't imagine being brand new and wanting to use and not being able to go into a real meeting and sit down with 30 or 40 people, put their arms around you and tell you it's going to be okay. I'm just grateful that my story doesn't start here this week, and that my story goes back before it was even a quarter to use a cell phone. Actually, we didn't have cell phones. It was less than a quarter to use a payphone. I'm old, guys. I'm real old. But the problem is that I'm just stuck in my ways. And when I find something that I like, I want it to stay the same. So when I find Zoom meetings and they tell me that we have to go into a different program, has anybody heard of Blue Jeans? Haven't heard of that one. I mean, there are some programs out there that I'm not fluent with, and I want them to use Zoom because that's the one that I know how to use. And I'm not really good at it. There are still things that I can't do, like get 40 people on one screen. I can get 4 people on a screen. I can see 4 people at a time. But that's all I need to see, because actually the only one I need to see is the one talking. So if you swipe it all the way to the left, the only person that you see is the one that's talking. And that's the one that I need to see. That's the one that I need to pay attention to. I don't need to be looking at everybody else's screen and see what they're doing when the other person is talking. I'm too OCD for that. I need to be listening, and that's what the meetings are for. If I'm talking, then unfortunately everybody's eyes are on me. But if I'm listening, my eyes need to be on the person that's talking. I need to be able to look at their face. That's why I like Zoom, because I like to look in their face and I like to see their pain. When somebody's sharing with me their pain or their joy, then I would like to see that in their face. And I guess that's just human nature to want to share that. Especially if we don't have touch, the least we can do is have our facial expressions. It's all we got left right now. I mean, we have voice inflection, and I can hear people's pain in their voice when they share, but it's nice to be able to see their face. I listened to a woman cry today. Her pain was great, and I was empathetic. I don't know why she was crying. She didn't share with me what her pain was. where it came from or what it was about. But the fact that I was empathetic, that she was in a place where people could sit and listen to her, and she could cry, and she could say, I can't do this in front of my parents. I need to do it here in front of y'all because it's safe. And that's what meetings are for me. A safe place to go for people that are like me, that will listen to me, and that I can give my experience, strength, and hope to newcomers. I have experienced strength and hope now for 1.5 years with cancer. And so I'm making these videos to share my experience, strength, and hope. If these videos are helpful to anyone, then I've succeeded. And if you share it, then twice as many people can see it. If you like it and you love it and you share it, the message gets out. I'm not very good at technology. I don't know how to do everything that I need to do, but I did figure out how to get on YouTube and subscribe to somebody else's channel. And that's what I need you to do. Subscribe to my channel. I've got 26 subscriptions. I'd like to see more subscriptions. I'd like to know that I'm making a difference in the world and that somebody else is feeling less pain today because of what I have to offer. I would like to think that there's a cancer patient out there that can look in my face and see my peace, and when I have joy, to see my joy, and to understand that we can do together what I can't do alone. So I'm doing these videos so that somebody out there won't be alone. And when I look at YouTube and 3 people have viewed it, I feel alone. So if you can share this video, it's going to help me. It'll help bring a little joy to my heart, and it'll help me to help others. Thanks. Hope to see you guys again tomorrow. Please subscribe.